Alrighty, let's get to it. We're gonna start with warm up. So let's stand over here for a second. What we're gonna do is just to start doing a little bit of a shake. The full body shake is lifting the heels off the floor just 1 centimeter and softly landing back in, and then we start doing full body shake. Cool, we're gonna do this for a minute. The idea of this while you're doing it is just to feel your body bouncing up and down as a whole. And if you feel anything basically instinctual, that anything in your body is tight or it doesn't bounce at unison with the rest of your body, you can just tune into that part of your body. You're in your breath. Just to really relax. Leave the world outside and start doing your workout again. So we're going to do that for around a minute. Well done. Awesome. How's that feel? Good, nice? Awesome. So the next bit, we're going to do it on the mat. And the idea here is that we're going to do through part of a matrix of the movement. So the mission here is to start standing up, go to the floor, and then back to standing up through 5 different positions on the floor. Position number 1 will be on your back. Position number 2 will be on your front. Number 3 on your side. Number 4 on the other side. And number 5, a push-up plank position, like the beginning of the push-up, the top part of the push-up. You don't have to do an actual push-up, you can stay there just enough to feel that you're stable, and then back up. Nice and simple. What I'm not going to do is how to do it, because I can see the movement based on that. But I'm going to give you 3 rules. Rule number 1, never hold your breath. Allow the breath to flow. If you hold your breath, I'm going to notice that, and that shows me something about the quality of the movement and how safe you feel the movement to do. Number 2, let's make sure that there's no jerky movements. By jerky, I mean skipping an aspect of the movement. We're looking for fluidity here. And then no impact on the floor. So if you're going to throw the blood to the floor, make sure that there's no knees impacting on the floor or hands. So there's a soft touch to the ground, in and out of the floor. And the third one, always with the best possible posture. Just to give you a little bit of awareness on how the body is poised to move. Ready? So standing up to the floor on your back in any way you want. Cool. And then back up to your feet. Cool. Down to the front of it, the front body. So, back up. Now on your side. Nice, there's a little impact there.
Yeah.
Next time we try to soften that out. Let's try again, other side. Nice, back up. Cool, and the push-up plank position. Just the top of the push-up, just enough to feel that you're stable. Yeah, as soon as you feel that the breathing is working, and then back to your feet. Awesome. I'm going to give you 1 variation because you look like quite good there. Variation number 1. Right hand on the right thumb. We're going to pretend that that hand is glued to your thumb. So you're not allowed to move that hand from the thumb. Let's go through the matrix. So from standing up to your back. You choose your speed. There's no speed required for this movement. It's up to you. To your front. Nice. Done. That was a little bit unglued for a second there. Let's keep an eye on that. To your side. If you can, let's imagine that there's no mat there, so you don't feel restricted by the mat. So you should be able to get in and out of the mat in any way you want. Do the other side. Nice. Yeah, that's fine. You can access from inside. Yeah, that's good. Now here comes the challenge of it. Push-up plank position with only 1 hand. Take your time to process, let your body figure this out. You can open the legs a little bit if you feel like good, that's nice and stable, back up. Cool, you have 2 hands, so we're going to have to unglue the right, glue the left, and let's go through the matrix. Nice. There was a little impact of the bum landing there, so let's see if we can soften that out. Remember there's no rules, you can change your mind if there's something that's going to make you hold your breath. Let's do it again, make sure it's there, nice. Nice and soft, shouldn't be any pain. Well done, back up. Oh, on the side. Nice. One of the most important things that I like about this is it basically makes you better at moving. It's what I call movement IQ. Develops how the brain connects to movement a little bit better. Awesome, and the push-up plank position. Take your time to stable, nice. As soon as you feel stable, that's enough. And you're back up to your feet. Lovely. Is that warming up? Oh, nice. We're going to move the mat out of the way. Oh, and we're going to use these little things here. So these little things here are rough on one side and soft on the other. We're going to use the soft bit so they scratch the wall. And what we're going to do is to basically paint the wall. The only rule here is that you're not allowed to get these ones off the wall. Other than that, the more creative the better. If the limits are from one television to the other, to the ceiling to the floor, everything in between is free for you to move. The more creative, the better. Let's spend around a minute here. Use your left, nice. Nothing that we do is with pain or discomfort. We just look for the, but at the same time, we look for anything that the body is happy to do, or maybe something that the body is not so happy to do. There you go. Maybe you see a difference between the right side and left side. Maybe it's easiest to do it on the right or on the left. Even patterns, uneven patterns. Nice. We have 10 seconds left. See how the breathing is working. Maybe part of the body that moves a lot, and other parts of the body that move very little. Nice. Alright, last 5 seconds. Good. Hold on, you missed the spot. Right up there. Now that's it. Hold on. You're gonna get up. Nice. So that's the end of the warm up. Let's check again. How's the body feeling? Nice and loose? Warmed up? Feel ready to go?
Yep.
Awesome. So we're gonna drop that there. So the next thing we're gonna do now is we're gonna play with some strengthening and active stabilization exercises and a little bit more mobility, just to play with a little bit of both, because I believe that the body will need both. We're going to go to the wall here. The first one is the wall retraction. And the objective here is to mold your back to the wall, trying to really eliminate any gaps in between your body and the wall. Now, the closer you are to the wall, the better, but without sacrificing rule number one, that is keeping flat back. Once we're there, we make sure that there's no knee locking. And while the lower back is flat to the wall, we're going to start rowing from the shoulders into the wall as hard as you can without leaving the flatness on your back against the wall. This exercise is not about repetitions, it's a one-off, and you're going to do it as strong as you can and respecting that rule of not lifting the shoulders. Yeah, it's definitely a roll from the shoulders, it's not from the elbows. One thing that we don't want to do is to push myself this way instead of rolling the shoulders. We want to make sure that the roll comes from the shoulders first, pulling the shoulders together. We're looking for fatiguing this area here in conjunction of that stabilization of your core. So I'm going to keep you in mind, soft neck at the top, so there's no tension on the neck. And we allocate the breathing just above that stabilization. Okay? Muy bien. Yeah. Just long, but unlocked. So a little bit up high. There you go. So what I'm going to test is make sure that my fingers do not get into between you and the wall. Now what you're going to do is just start rolling from your shoulders. And you're going to do this as hard as you can while this gap is flat. That's the one. That's the one that cannot let go. Start pushing from the hand, get that breath nice and hard. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Go. Make sure that those are nice. Breathe, back up, push. Nice and strong. Keep breathing, keep push. Keep breathing, keep pushing. No tension on your neck. Keep breathing, keep pushing. Well done. You're losing a little connection down here. That's the one. Keep on opening the chest, another breath down. Nice. Come on. We should fatigue quite quickly here. If you start to get tired, this is when we get up. Well done. This is great. Oh, you started to get a bit tired, so you have to break. That's right. Right. The next one we're going to do is to use that stabilization that we use on the wall. And I want for you to grab these weights and actually connect with that core and that long spine, but we're going to start swinging gently the weights from back to front. What I want to make sure of is that first you go with the weight rather than forcing it in any way. You also allow the natural swing to happen without forcing it in any way. This is not a upper body or arm exercise, so we just want that relaxed. But what I want to do is to load the back line, basically on the bottom on the hamstring. We're also not going to go up and down from the neck, yeah? So the back to front. And the better you get at this, the bigger the swing. And you just keep on making this nice and happy swing. So let's stand over here. Cool. Yep. Just go with it, just swing it. Nice. Remember that we're not trying to load the knees by going forwards, we're trying to use the hips as an elastic band. There you go. Doing this well means that it's quite weightless at the top. And you'll know that if you do it badly, it's because it's quite tiring at the front of the thighs and around the knees and a little bit of the lower back. So in this case, we avoid that by really allowing this to swing freely. There you go. Weightless at the top. Catch and release. Nice. The weight stays at the heels, always keeping the long spine. The breath stays at the top. Nice.